What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Teej pack. Teej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Teej Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Teej Hanley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Teej pack. Feel the Teej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I got that. I haven't talked in a minute voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything is great. Everything is absolutely phenomenal. You know what I realized this morning? I actually set the live stream for the wrong time. I meant to set it for 10:45, so here I am thinking like, yeah, we on time, we on top of it and all of this stuff. And it was actually set for 10:30. Silly me. Well, I apologize for putting the wrong time up on the live stream, but I do have a full show for you guys. I got a full show for you guys. And I'm looking forward for you guys to be able to come up and ask me whatever questions that you want to ask me on the live stream, because it is Friday. And Friday, I typically allow for people to be able to come up on a panel, ask me whatever it is that they want to ask me. If you have any disagreements, disputes, whatever, you're more than welcome to do so. So you do not have to be on camera in order to say whatever it is that you want to say. But you do have to have a decent microphone for the audio. So you can be on the camera or you can choose to be off camera. And then we just play it by ear from there. It's been an incredible week. Been an interesting week, might I add. But let me go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and get it popping with the show. Make sure y'all tap into that Teej Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. That link is in the description, as well as tapping into the Patreon. I'm doing a live stream exclusive for Patreon members only. That is going to be Sunday afternoon. I'm expecting for that to be interesting. What other thoughts do I have before we get into the show? I'm trying to think through it. I don't want to do a whole lot of housekeeping because I want to get straight to the show. And I want you guys to be able to cam up and say whatever it is that you want to say. So with that being said, let me read a couple of the super chats, and then we're going to get it popping. First of all, let me give a shout out to my dog. Mike Jones is in the building. Shout out to Mike Jones, no fumble on a Friday. He said, good morning, Anton. Today is no fumbling the bag on a Friday. Your monologue on no more negotiating with hyenas was straight fire. Your content is the best on YouTube. Peace and Pan-Africanism, Mike Jones. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Shout out to Mike Jones. Hey, what is up with the trolls? Let me ask y'all a question, Mike Jones. What have I ever sold to the people? What have I ever sold to the people? We have no tolerance for trolls whatsoever. Can somebody do me a favor really quickly and get Pat Bills up out of here? No time for trolls whatsoever. You know, maybe I do need to develop a course. What do y'all think? Y'all think I need to develop a course? Y'all think I need to develop a course? At least I can get some money out of this thing. If people gonna say whatever they want to say, we might as well get some money out of this thing. I need to sell a course. I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's continue. Shout out to my dog Mike Jones again. I appreciate you for rocking out. Let's get to it. Why is it that the more that you lean into, before I get into the super chats, the rest of the super chats, shout out to Mike Jones. How come it's the more that you get into your purpose, the more that you start to move in positivity, the more that you declare publicly that you are not interested in beefing or going into that stuff, it's like it brings out the devils and the demons even more. I'll get into that in a minute. Give me a second. Rob is in the building. I appreciate you, Rob. Rob said, this one is for the church, ready for the good word. Shout out to Rob. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, my friend. Also said, glad to see you, AD. We thought the baby got you. Shout out to Rob. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for supporting the platform. TabizTV says, love, bro. Shout out to you for the 20 ball. I appreciate you, TabizTV. I rock with you. Self-Made Forever is in the building. Says, AD, I know you've seen that video. I emailed of King Vaughn begging to get his throat clapped in jail. Hope someone sends that video to all his baby mamas. Wish the hashtag was, yo, is this your king? Hyenas is going to learn. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. Shout out to you, Self-Made Forever. Why is it that when you start to lean into your purpose and you start to really, really rock out with positivity and moving in a direction and you declare that you want to do a positive thing, it's almost as though it riles up demons and devils even more? Listen, if you had something, you would present it. Who do I owe money out here in these streets? As a matter of fact, I'll do you one more favor. Who has ever bought a product from me? At what point has anybody ever been sold a product for me? Y'all just be throwing words around and saying shit. I am the most receipt-laden, the most receipt-giving person on the internet. These people don't even show y'all what's in their bank account. They don't show y'all their bank accounts. They don't show y'all their brokerage accounts. They don't show y'all any of the real estate that they never did. They don't show y'all nothing. They just be talking. They sell courses and they talk shit. That's all they do. What do these people be talking about? But I'm going to lean into it. I'm going to lean into my greatness. I'm going to lean into the positivity. I can't. You know, I told somebody today on the phone, I was talking to them earlier this morning. They crossed the boundary. They crossed the boundary. And I said, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Me and you, we got to go our separate ways. And it was somebody that was close to me too. They were so dedicated to trying to lean into baiting me into participating in their toxicity that they decided to cross a boundary one too many times. And it's partially my fault because I let them get away with it. I let them get away with it before. They keep on doing it. And people make mountains out of molehills. People make mountains out of molehills. And so, one too many times, they crossed the threshold. And I said, all right, have a nice day. I'm not putting up with it no more. I'm not going to lean into any more negativity. I'm 100% on this positive wave. I'm going to keep doing it because it made me feel good. Since the very, very first time earlier this week that I declared it, I have been in a positive space. And I'm telling you that the minute that I declared it, since then, everything that the devil had and everything that he tried to throw the kitchen sink. And I was like, whoop, I just slipped on past it. Because I'm not about to be fighting. I'm not going to catch the kitchen sink and try to throw it back at you. I'm not doing it. I just move on out the way and I just keep on stepping forward in my purpose. Y'all got to keep stepping forward. These habitual line steppers, these people that continue to want to throw you off your square, the people that want to distract you from what it is that you got going on, lean into that shit, man. Just step on out the way. Let them continue to do what they do. If they want to do a self-sabotage, then let them self-sabotage. If they want to be habitual line steppers, let them step over the line by themselves and just continue to move. I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not going to fight for you. I'm not going to fight for your love. I'm not going to fight for your friendship. I'm not going to fight to make you feel good. I'm not going to try to make you even more interdependent on me. Listen, my daughter is 15, going on 16 and about to be driving, and she about to be in a space to where she's completely. I only got one kid. All y'all grown folks out here running around doing stuff that's not ideal for you and thinking that somebody else is supposed to come up and save you. Good luck. Good luck. I'm not jumping on any toxic panels, right? Unless it's my own platforms or something that I've created in order to support the people that run those things, I'm not participating. Y'all can have at it. Have at it. Have a phenomenal show. I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing. I got my own money. I got my own bags. I got my own opportunities. I got my own tribe. Shout out to the bag chasers and the Patreon members. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And we just going to keep on running it up. I'm not tripping off of nothing and nobody. I am in such a smooth space. And I'm going to just tell y'all, the more that y'all lean into y'all greatness, the more positive you become, the more successful that you grow to be, the more awesome, the bigger the audience, you're going to continue to run into the devil and the demons that continue to try to throw you off your square. And they'll throw a little thing here and they'll throw a little thing there. Just go ahead and block them and get on out of. I've largely been against blocking people, but I think I'm gonna start to do that again. Because I can't see it, man. I can't see it. I cannot see it. Makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to fight for the respect for people that I don't care about either way. We don't have to be friends. I'm just not interested in kicking it with you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to lean into the greatness. We got to continue to do what it is that we do. We focused on winning. We focused on running up the bag, and we're going to continue to do just that. Do not get distracted and don't let nobody trick you out of your bag. Don't let nobody trick you into crash out. Be like water. Just be smooth with it. Just continue to move around it. All right, let's get into the show. Let me read a couple more super chats and then we're going to get it popping. Shout out to my dog, Tony Williams, says, teach a boot camp on web development, man. I'm not putting together no boot camps. I'm not doing no classes. I'm not doing no courses. I have never developed a course. I've never developed a class. I'll let y'all be able to come up and ask me whatever questions y'all want to ask me on the Patreon. But outside of that, I'm not doing none of that, bro. You ain't never got to worry about me doing. Yo, I got asked to speak at a conference, and I was like, I said, where is it at and what's the dates? They told me where it was at and it was there. I said, no. They said, why not? I said, because I'm not interested. It don't align with my schedule. I'm not interested in talking to these group of hyenas. I'm just not interested. Bro, you can't pay me enough money to be able to disrupt my peace. You can't pay me enough money. Somebody tried to buy some space in a coaching session with me. Anton, I give you $3,000 to be able to get an hour of your time. I said, no. No. You cannot buy my time, bro. My peace is my peace. And you are not going to disrupt me in one way, shape, or form from it. You can't bribe me. It just is what it is. Shout out to my dog, Tony Williams, though. Sly, Train in Miami is in the building, says, while working at the airport last night, I saw the baby on the runway. Shout out to you. TabizTV, I appreciate you, big dog, says, the devil comes to sabotage. Christ comes to restore. People will always hate, but love will always love. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, too. Thank you for the fat ball. Jesus Christ, J-Dub says, peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Ladies, make sure you hit the Cash App. You stay consistent, bro. I can't say that about many. I appreciate you. J-Dub came through with the 125. Move like water. Thank you, J-Dub, for holding me down. Thank you for the 125 ball. My dog Darren Jones says most people don't want to do the right thing. So when you decide to do right, it's an unintentional attack on them. Facts. I agree with that. Shout out to, is it Darren or Duran? Shout out to Duran. I appreciate you. France, my dog, says the term hyena is gaining steam on the internet. I made that popular. I don't care what y'all say. I made that popular with nobody. Yo, when I said hyena for the first time, that just came to the top of my head. It wasn't inspired by nobody. I ain't hear nobody else say it. I made that popular. Give me my credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying, friends? Shout out to my dog, Bitcoin Brown is in the building. I appreciate Bitcoin says, just got this David Goggins getting his homework on time so I can level up with your help. Not fumbling on a Friday either. Hashtag bag chasing. Shout out to my dog, Bitcoin. I appreciate you, man. We had a phenomenal talk. I can't wait to talk to you again, my friend. Thank you. Also, O'Neal Harris is in the building. Shout out to O'Neal Harris. Says, the Lord is my shepherd. This is your prayer, AD. And we're going to continue to run it up. Let's get into the show. Again, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. In addition to that, make sure that you tap into that Teach Hanley. Ladies, get that Teach Hanley for your man. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Let's get into it. I had to follow up on this because I told y'all I would follow up on it. Before we get into Candace Owens, Carlee Russell, Gay Water, Gillie the Kid, all of that, right? Before we get into all of that, let me say this. I had to follow up on the Detroit Police Commissioner. And for those of you that's not familiar, we did a reaction because the Detroit Police Commissioner allegedly, according to reports, well, it's not allegedly anymore because he actually admitted to it. And again, for those of you that's just joining the stream, I'm going to be dropping a link in a chat for y'all to be able to cam up and say whatever it is that you want to say. Let's have a conversation. If you disagree with me, hey, how come people that feel some type of way about me don't never cam up with me? I never see people cam up when they disagree with me. Neither here nor there. We're going to get there. All right, but the Detroit Police Commissioner, smooth man, from our resource, and shout out to Miss Joy. I'll get to that super chat shortly. I want to answer that right after this. Let me ask y'all a question. This is not a bad-looking guy, right? This is not a bad-looking guy. He's married. He has a good job, a phenomenal career. Allegedly, he had a great network. But you know what he said? They asked him, they said, so when you got in the car and you put that girl's head in your lap, what was the cost? What did it cost you? How much is it worth to go out there on Schaefer or Schoolcraft and let that girl put her head in your lap early in the morning before you get to the job. You got this phenomenal job as a Detroit police commissioner. You got a wife, right? You have a phenomenal career. You have a great networking. How much did it cost you? What did it cost you? You know what he told him? $10. $10 buckaroos, bucko. Yes, he did. $10. Now, listen. I know the price of the box. I know the price of the box is going down, down, down. Red team going down. The price of the box is going down, down, down. Red team going down. According to the Detroit Free Press, he said, I'm only paying 10 buckaroos, bucko. Can you even get any fentanyl for that? Glenn Broner said that's a good deal. Hennefit is laughing. Y'all said that's for the cheap. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. I need y'all to be honest with me. What do you think is the proper price or the going rate? You don't have to be necessarily you. It don't have to be necessarily anybody that you know. But I'm just curious. What do you think? What do you think is the going rate for some head in 2023, 2024, and going forward? What's the going rate? They say it ain't tricking if you got it. What is the going rate for the squawk box? Classy Beat said $50. Nazim said $40. Highly Offensive just said sheesh. Lester said 40. Jari says 50. Cuber said 25. Goth Baddie said $300. $40 for some Kenny. $20 for some head. Average girl is $50. Jeremy said free. $15. 30. 15, $75. Blue light special, $30. $60. Free, 40, 20, 50, 10. I don't necessarily need this knowledge. 50 for the head, 30 gold coins, $20 to $50 if she need money, if she need pizza, smoke a packs, and $20. $5. Sam Saylor said $20. Average girls $40 to $50. Yo, I didn't know that the price was like this out here in these streets. The eighth and some Zaza, a right swipe, $40, free 99, $300 for the baddies. Oh, you paying $300. 2 for 20, 100 to 150. A blunt, they want $100 in the ATL, so I've heard. Natasha is dismayed. Can't be more than $5. Bag of Cheetos. $50 plus the tip. What's the tip? $4 at Wendy's, 1 Bitcoin, $10, $20, $25 plus tax, tip with the special finish. He couldn't even get $20, $25 in a sandwich, $20. All right, so let me ask y'all a question before we get in this. $150. All right, here's my question. Wendy's in a $5 biggie bag cost you $200 in Chicago, $300 for some head. $50 in Dallas, Texas, $40 in a blunt, $20 in a cigarette, free, just go to the college campus. The box is $40, so it can't be more than $25. Box of Cheez-Its. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all at least getting her an Uber ride home? Are you at least getting her an Uber ride home? Or do you stop through and then you go? All right, so ladies, Derek said $1K. Ladies, Mama Sadie's, hold on the back too if you're fat, get the get. Ladies, my dog Derek said, listen, it ain't tricking if you got it. So the going rate is primarily cheap. The going rate is primarily cheap. All right. Somebody said they're going to send her on an Uber scooter. All right. The Detroit Police Commissioner, Brian Ferguson, admitted to officers that he paid a prostitute $10 for exchange for sexual favors on July 12th, according to a citation obtained by the Free Press. Yo, my man said, I don't want to give you nothing. $10 is the going rate. $15 in Jersey, William? Cuber said $1,000 is wild. He said, yeah, I gave her $10 for it. He told undercover narcotics officers from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office that caught him parked with his car in Detroit that morning engaging in a sex act with a prostitute. He said, I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. But are you wrong for getting engaged in an act, or did you negotiate effectively? DK said he could have got it from his wife for free. Most people are in sexless marriages. Most people are. Look at this good, wholesome man right here. Are you telling me that this man right here does not deserve to get him some brain, some dome, some squawk box for $10? You telling me this man don't deserve to be able to get him some squawk box for $10? Is what he did so wrong? Let me ask y'all another question, just sparking a conversation, all right? Would it be more effective if we had red light districts or blue light districts or whatever the kind of districts that y'all got? Do y'all think that prostitution should be legal? Do y'all think that prostitution should be legal? I'm curious. Do y'all think that prostitution should be legal? At least he ain't fumbling the bag, Miss Joy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't throwing away a bunch of money. Let's continue. This man deserves a medal. Can you help me out? Can I throw something out there, please? Read super chat shortly. Oh, man. Ferguson was issued a misdemeanor citation for indecent or obscene conduct involving a sex act with a prostitute. Hey, I got a question. Do you go on the sex offenders list if something like that happened? Brittany B. The chat is wild, ain't it? Do you have to go on the sex offenders list if something like that happens? He resigned from his position as a Detroit police commissioner for District 1. Prior to his resignation, Ferguson sent out a news release denying the allegations, informed the public he was stepping away from the Police Oversight Board's weekly meetings. The news release was signed in the spirit of transparency and accountability. Ferguson could not immediately be reached for comment on Wednesday. An officer wrote in the citation that he and other undercover officers had been conducting. Hey, Ferguson, if you out there, big dog, and you watching this, because I know y'all be looking at yourselves on YouTube and Googling yourselves. Hit me up, big dog. Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. Email me. I want to get you on the show. I want to get your side of the story. Been conducting surveillance in Detroit when they saw a woman known to them as a sex worker standing on the corner of Cheyenne and Schoolcraft, making eye contact and waving at men as they drove by. I know y'all not getting finessed like this. I know y'all not getting finessed by women that's standing on the corner and waving to y'all. Then officers observed Ferguson's vehicle drive past a sex worker, and then he did a U-way. He turned around the block several times. He was over there surveying, trying to figure out if there was any police. He kept looking at her teeth, trying to figure out if any of them was falling out. He did an assessment to determine whether or not he was going to get an STD, and then he went for it. Hit the like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Then officers observed him drive, circle around the block several times before stopping in the middle of the street next to the woman. She entered the vehicle, and Ferguson drove to a side street and parked in front of a vacant house on Sorrento. Not in front of a vacant. Bro, you was getting ahead in front of a bando for $10. Oh, my God. I wouldn't be able to live this down. When officers approached Ferguson, his pants was unzipped and unbuckled. This is going to really mess things up for me, he said. The Detroit Mayor, Mike Duggan, will appoint a new commissioner to represent District 1. His office has begun the process of identifying potential candidates who might be eligible, qualified, and interested.
According to John Roach, city spokesman appointment, the appointment will then go to the city for a city council vote. Jesus, man. This is your legacy, big dog. Of all of the things that you have accomplished in your lifetime, you went and got and parked in front of a bando for $10 and got that Gawk 1000. Not 3,000. You got that Gawk 1000. And I ain't even mad at you, big dog, for getting no head. I'm just saying, bro, you got to be smart. You got to be quicker than that. You got to be quicker than that. So shout out to the Detroit Police Commissioner out there getting that Gawk 3000 for the low. He said, y'all trying to get it for 20. I'm going to try to get it for 10. They said, Anton, you should take his old job. No way in the world that I would ever take a public job. I got to be a bored motherfucker to take a public servant job or an elected official's job out here in these streets. There's got to be something in there for me. I got to be able to get a finesse in there. I got to get something. I don't even think she sucked his soul, man. He probably ain't even get a chance to put the tip in. He was just getting comfortable, and then all of a sudden he had to get arrested. That's fucked up. Shout out to my girl, Miss Joy, in the building. Says, happy Friday, Anton. Can you explain what spamming the chat means? I'm old. Well, Miss Joy, spam in the chat is when people put the same message over and over and over and over and over again, back to back to back to back to back in order to try to get your attention. So somebody will put in the chat, Anton, you should go and do this and do that. And then they copy and paste it and they put it over again and they put it over again. And it fucks up the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So spam in the chat is just like copy and pasting the same message and you putting it in there a whole bunch of times in order to try to get somebody else's attention or get the chat's attention. Shout out to you, love. You ain't old. You just seasoned. You ain't old. You just seasoned. Jay Tay in the building says, Anton, are you ever going to pull up to do a show with Valuetainment? Probably not. Honestly, I just don't give a fuck. I just genuinely don't get, like, I went over to the Valuetainment offices. I seen where they do their thing. Some phenomenal people over there at Valuetainment and stuff like that. But man, in order to get me to go and pull up on your stuff, you just gonna have to really be a nice person, or you're gonna have to be a bag chaser, you're gonna have to be something. Like, I don't care like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you in a good space and you in a good spot, you're not tripping off of that. You're not tripping off of that. So I don't know. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say that I'm indifferent about it. You know what I'm saying? Chris J in the building says 1,000. That sounds like a subscription per year. Y'all want subscription? Hey. If you can get head for the entire year, 3 to 4 times a week, would you get a subscription for 1,000? What's the subscription cost for head? I'm curious. It's Friday. Can we freestyle today? What's the subscription cost? What's the yearly? Okay, so if you can get it monthly. So the Patreon is cheap, right? But if you get it yearly, you get like 15 or 20% off if you buy it for the yearly price. What's the going rate, chat? Let me know what the going rate is for the monthly and then the yearly subscription. What would you add? What would you have that at? Shout out to you, Chris J. That is a phenomenal question. I might have that on Fight Club tonight. The real McCoy is in the building, says head is 40 and a box of pizza to distract the kids. Oh, 3,000? Y'all will pay a $3,000 a year, 52-week subscription? Would y'all pay $69 a year? No. Car wash, $30 a month for unlimited washes. She got to be a professional. Subscription cost, don't. Wow. $200 a month, a week, $350, $200 a month is $2,400 a year. $299, Jesus, $700 for the month, $500, $20 a month, $1K monthly. Y'all pay $12,000 a year, $2,000 for the year, $25 a month. Jesus. I think I got a market that I can corner out here in these streets. I genuinely think I got a market that I can corner. Where is prostitution legal? Is it unlimited monthly subscription? That might cost more. Real McCoy, shout out to the Real McCoy. I appreciate you. Kay Cooper is in the building, says, they said her name is Jawbone, known to suck your soul out, and he fumbled because he lost his job. Oh my God. Shout out to Kay Cooper. I appreciate you. Ronnie is in the building, says, keep doing what you're doing. P.S. I use the term lunch ladies all the time now. I know that's my term. I know lunch ladies is my term. Shout out to Ronnie. Ethan says, please get Coach Greg Adams on Don't Do Coke in the Bathroom show. I like Coach. I wouldn't mind having Coach on the show. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Free Agent Lifestyle is in the building. Shout out to my dog, Free Agent Lifestyle. Let's continue. All right, we got some sad news, y'all. We got some sad news. Before we get over to Candace Owens, before we get over to updates with Carlee Russell, we got some sad news. Shout out to P. Shank. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. We have some sad news. Gillie the Kid is a former rapper that was on Cash Money. And recently he's exploded in his success with his phenomenal, according to what everybody else is saying. I don't get a chance to watch it. I've only watched a couple of episodes with a couple of different people. But what his largely successful podcast with Wallow, and I'm going to be reading that super chat also, Brandon. His largely successful podcast with Wallow, it's called $1 Million Worth of Game. Now, I'm not sure what kind of game that they give him for $1 million, but he has a very successful podcast, even to the point that I heard that they had got a $100 million deal. $100 million deal. Jay said that's the wrong son. I don't know what the right son is. I had my people set this up. But let's dive into it, right? Because allegedly they were scheduled to do a live broadcast and to be co-hosts on The Breakfast Club, Gillie and Wallow. And then DJ Envy announced today that they wouldn't be on there because his son allegedly got killed. And you know where they from? Philadelphia. So let's deep dive into this, ladies and gentlemen. Again, rest in peace. Condolences. I don't want to see anybody's child get murdered. But let's deep dive into it because this was reported and then later revealed. Oh, the picture is the wrong son? All right, so let me remove that. We're going to deep dive into it. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
We're also following developing news out of Olney. Police are investigating a triple shooting that left one man dead and two others hospitalized. Let's get to Shane at police headquarters with the latest on this investigation.
Well, good morning to you, Thomas. And right now, those identities of those victims have not been officially released by police, but we are aware of conversation, especially in the community, from local and prominent Philly community members who say that one of the victims that was killed in this triple shooting may be the son of a popular Philly rapper. So stand by for that. We're waiting on official confirmation there. But let's get right to the scene in the video, because this happened last night, just about 8:30, in the section of Olney, on the corner of Basher and Nedra Street, I should say. Just before 8:30, several calls came in. Police arrived to find two victims about a block away suffering from gunshot wounds. Investigators tell us a 25-year-old man was shot in the back, rushed to Einstein Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The second victim, a 28-year-old man, found shot in the leg, as well as a 31-year-old man also shot in the leg. So three men, three...
So, according to the news report, they're saying that it was a shooting in Philly, right? On the block, according to what it is that I'm looking at in this video and according to my research. That's not really the best area for you to be in. I got a couple questions as we mine this out. And again, rest in peace to the son, to the dad and the family, our condolences, because I don't ever want to see anybody go through anything like this. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I would not wish this for somebody else's child to be in this situation on my worst enemy. But the question that we have to ask, we got a couple of different questions. And the question, Gillie just so happened to be the person that, we having this conversation with because he's the person that's visible. But when you get $100 million contract and you have the ability to be able to take care of your family, first of all, question, why is the son in the streets? Secondly, why are they still trying to be a rapper? Third, how bad is the culture? Is it that toxic? Your father has a $100 million contract, allegedly. Wallow was just showing that he had just purchased a Lamborghini for his birthday. You finally have surpassed and had the opportunity to really, really be able to change the trajectory of your family. And you are in the streets dealing with people and in circumstances to where you can then get shot. I'm just curious. What is going on? Is it now a situation? Is it now a situation to where it doesn't matter how much money that you have? It doesn't matter how much money that you have. That we're so toxic as a culture to where it does not matter how much money do you need to make before you throw away and you get away from the thing that's the worst for us. Why do rich kids want to be rappers? Why would you want to be a rapper considering that your father has made the sacrifice in order for you to become or be in a space to where you no longer have to deal with this type of nonsense? Why even put yourself in this position in the first place? There we go. We in the streets. We working. Let's continue.
3 victims here, and this is what Chief Inspector Scott Small had to say.
Now we know the shooting took place at Masher and Nidro. That's where we found 10 spent shell casings. So we know 10 shots were fired from a semi-automatic weapon. And that's where all 3 of these victims were struck.
10 shots were fired from a semi-automatic weapon. 10 shots are fired from a semi-automatic weapon. Let me ask you a question. My dog Freezy in the building. He said money doesn't buy, hold on, let me get back to that one. Money doesn't buy morals and integrity. Does it buy you freedom though? Well, Chardane says being a rapper has nothing to do with it. It's about the company you choose to keep in your environment. I disagree with you. Because it's the culture, right? Listen, how many rich rappers, how many kids or people that want to be rappers are not immersing themselves in a part of the culture that's less than savory? How many don't feel like they have to be in the streets? How many of them don't feel like they need to have a level of street credibility outside of maybe Puffy's kid? The fact that you want to be a rapper, in my opinion, is ultimately the reason why you have this mentality in the first place. Listen, if your dad is sitting on 50 M's, if your dad, after taxes, your dad is sitting on 25 M's, what the fuck you trying to be a rapper for? You can't find nothing else to get yourself into. You can't find no other opportunity. You can't find no other way. If your dad is worth 50 M's with a trajectory to go up, what the fuck you wearing a chain for, a iced out chain for, trying to be in the streets? Why you hanging out with these hood niggas in the first place? Have we devolved as a culture so much to where now we using an example of a kid that was never supposed to be in the streets in the first place because his dad now has the ability to be able to take him out the hood? Why are y'all still, when you get money, fuck the millionaire shit, right? When you get money, why you going back to the hood? To hang out. I'm not talking about to look for opportunity. I'm not trying to figure out, I ain't talking about trying to get back. Why you going back? Why you hanging out in the hood at all? If you were a thug, let's say you a thug, right? Let's say you grew up in the hood. Let's say you come from less fortunate circumstances. I thought the goal was to keep our children out of that in the first place. So when you become successful, you start to send your children to better schools. Yo, listen, my nephews, My older brothers, they had it way worse than me because they came 6 and 7 years before me. So they were really immersed in that Scony life. They were really immersed in what was going on in the hood. They were really immersed in it. You know what my nephews is like? Hey, Uncle Anton. They so fucking goofy. They so goofy. They didn't grew up around mixed people and white people and black people and people that are culturally a lot further ahead and that they not embracing this trash culture. You know what they do? I was watching them the other day. They was live streaming on the internet. And these goofy motherfuckers was talking about, yeah, man, and I heard that she had gave him head too, man. I can't believe her. Oh, my God. My nephews are the complete opposite of us. They play basketball. They play video games for fun. I seen them in there wrestling the other day. They so fucking goofy, to my delight. My daughter is so proper. Hey, Dad. She gonna correct me in the way that I was talking the other day because she said that I didn't enunciate my words correctly. I was like, oh my God, we've done a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job of them never, ever experiencing anything that we've ever went through in our lives. Your goal as a parent, your goal as a uncle, as a parent, they so fucking goofy.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hold on.
What are you doing? You just woke up?
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What is you doing?
Okay, I can hear you now. I'm working out.
Oh, you at the gym?
Yeah.
I seen y'all live streaming on the other day being goofy. You talking about some hoe that then bust down your homeboy.
You mean the wait, which was it, the stream or a video?
It was a stream. You was on there with AJ and them.
Yeah. We was all telling a story about how we either lost our virginity or a girl was smashed.
Oh my God.
And then I tried to upload that video. I tried to cut it up and upload the video, and they community strike me.
That's what you get, being dumb.
Man, everybody else can say what they want on YouTube, but me.
You are a nerd. Y'all are goofy. Y'all can't do the same thing that everybody else do.
Yeah, so annoying.
I heard.
I
So when do you?
I can't upload for a week, but I got videos ready to upload when I can.
When do you start your new job?
I actually got another job offer, but it was an internship offer. So I waited for them to respond because that internship offer is for UI UX, and they offering me, a position there. So I'm just waiting on them. Other than that, if I don't get that job, I'm working at this photo editing place in August 14th to start August 14th.
All right, I'm gonna call you later.
Okay.
All right, bye. These motherfuckers are so goofy. Oh my God, I got a community strike because I wanted to talk about this girl. I want these niggas to be nerds. I want them to be goofy. The most trouble that they get is starting a new YouTube channel and doing a community strike. I don't want my nephews. I don't want my daughter. I don't want my people in the streets out here dealing with drugs and trying to be rappers and stuff. Man, he talking about a new interview right after he was talking about, oh my God, I can't believe what happened on the internet. He talking about getting his new position. I told him to send me over what it is that he got going on. I'll write him a letter of recommendation and I'll reach out to his people. Man, ain't nobody trying to be having your kids in the street. I can't understand this shit for the life of me. This don't make sense to me. We're supposed to be creating an environment in which our children don't suffer from the things that we went through. I'm all over my nephews on a regular basis. The only fight that they gonna have is with me. They not gonna be out in the street struggling. They not going to be out in the streets. I want you motherfuckers in the house by 10 or 11 o'clock, and y'all can live stream or y'all can jump on y'all Xboxes and y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do, but I want you niggas in the house immediately. Well, can we stay at your house when you out of town? Yeah, y'all can stay at my house. Y'all can party. Y'all can have a good time, but do not be getting caught out in these streets or I'm going to be kicking y'all ass. And we will straight up fight. I didn't got into fights with my nephews. I didn't got it. We will straight up handle, and I'll be like, all right, little homie, I like your squabbles. And we all back love again. But the reality is that I want my kids in the house. They mine.
And the two that we transported, the 25-year-old who died and the 28-year-old shot in the leg, ran about 1 block from that location, and that's where police found them. The 31-year-old was able to get into a car and drive himself.
Now, officers from the 35th District did arrive to find that scene, those spent shell casings, but they did not find a weapon. At this point, the surveillance video that was captured in the neighborhood is going to be really critical to identify who fired those shots. No arrests, no suspects at this point have been announced, but certainly more information to come, especially with it being so fresh, Thomas. But we can confirm that at the very least, this is a deadly triple shooting, yet another shooting in the city.
Another active investigation.
Philadelphia police, they are investigating a deadly shooting in Albany that left 1 person dead and 2 others hospitalized. And this morning, a source close to the family tells us that it is the son of rapper and podcaster Gillie the King. It's his oldest son.
So this all happened around 8 o'clock on the 5800 block of Masher Street. The 25-year-old rapper was rushed to the hospital where he died.
25-year-old rapper. 25-year-old rapper. You 25. What the fuck you doing trying to be a rapper and in the streets, man? We got to do better, man. We got to do better. And I do think that a lot of this is tied to the culture. I think that the culture is absolutely trash. And it's funny because I seen somebody in the chat and he said this. Hold on, let me go back to it. I'm going to read y'all super chat shortly. A Go says, I feel the kids need to know and understand what that lifestyle is so that they don't look like fool to the people that have nothing to lose. I can never disagree with you anymore. I disagree with you more than ever before. You know why? There's people within our culture and our society that is never, ever, ever subjected to what the fuck is going on in the ghetto. You don't look like food to people that ain't hungry. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. You don't look like food to people that's not hungry. What makes y'all think that we have to subject ourselves and be around the worst of society? You think I'm going to immerse my nephews or my daughter in this lifestyle so they can see it? Nah. Listen, look at me. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to put you in an environment that allows for you to fail in a controlled circumstance, and then I'm going to teach you the lesson that way. You don't look like food to motherfuckers that's not hungry. It's people that go their whole lives and never, ever have to be subjected to that shit. Not taking you through the hood. You ain't supposed to be subjected to that. I'll let you do some volunteer work at the church, my nigga. You can go to the soup kitchen and be able to help people. What makes y'all think that we got to embrace this trash-ass lifestyle? I disagree 100%. You're not supposed, look, we not supposed to be coming out of our lives with PTSD from the environment that we was raised in. We not supposed to be dealing with this shit. Especially if it's voluntary. See, a lot of us come from an environment where we didn't have no choice. We was born into it. And so when I see people that say that they want to be hood, I know they're not really hood. They're not really from there. Because everybody that I know that was born in it and that hated it wanted to do anything that they possibly could to get out of it. They would do whatever they could to get out of it. Nobody wants to be in the hood unless that's the lifestyle that they have to embrace in order to continue to thrive or survive. I don't know one person that wanted to be in the hood. And so when I see you corny motherfuckers like this guy, right? Let me not say that. Rest in peace. When I see a rich podcaster's child embracing hood culture and hood life, that's perplexing to me, because that means that the culture and the things that we love and we care for the most is so trash, but it's yet so attractive that we subject ourselves to something that we don't have to in order to make ourselves feel better about being a part of the culture. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. My daughter is so involved in everything else that's happening in her life. She taking flight. She doing every day. She be in taekwondo. If she not in school, if she not playing with her friends, if she not enjoying summer vacation, if she not flying back and forth in order to go over my nephews in them house down in Tampa or whatever, if she not with her grandmother, if she not under her mother, if she not under, you know, the women in the church, if she not up under me, if she not spending time with me, my daughter is so busy that she will never, ever have time to be a part of the hood and understand the culture. Ever. Ever.
Shot in the back. Other 2 men also shot. They are now in stable condition. No arrests have been made.
And so we know that he is, like I said, the oldest son of Gillie the Kid and Wallow, of course, who's very close. They have a podcast together. They're constantly seen together, Wallow and Gillie the King. He wrote this last night. Lil' cuz, usually when I talk to you, I have a lot to tell you. Tonight, the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you. Love you beyond life. I have your father. I got your father, Wes Well.
So sad.
So, of course, we're learning more, and we're working to get more details about this. But once again, gun violence reaching everyone. No one is immune to it, and how it's affecting so many of our young people and affecting this city.
Nah, some of us are immune to it. I'll do anything. I'll do anything to protect my kid. I'll do anything to protect my daughter. I'll do anything to put my family in a position to be able to thrive. I'll do anything to protect myself. I don't feel compelled to have to go and fuck with y'all. If this is the culture that y'all subject yourselves to, if this is the environment that y'all think that y'all need to be a part of, I don't want no part of it. All of that, I'm going to be in the hood and I need to talk to y'all young fellas and all of that other type of shit. No, you can watch me from a distance and learn. You know, the same way that we look at Warren Buffett, the same way that we look at Elon Musk, the same way that we look at these tech companies, the same way that we reference a lot of these. You know what people watching Jay-Z now? I know a lot of y'all like to reference Jay-Z. What about Jay-Z? What about Dr. Dre? Do you know that Jay-Z just bought a $250 million house? He not hanging out in the hood with you niggas. If you gonna learn from him, you gonna have to learn and pay attention from a distance. That's me. I ain't kicking it with you. I'm not gonna be in the club. I'm not gonna be with the bottles. I don't want to do none of that shit. I don't want to hang with you. I don't want to rock with you. You gonna have to catch my story on YouTube. You're going to have to catch my story on YouTube. Catch me for a coaching call. Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. Make sure that you tap in with me. Make sure that you join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You're going to have to come to a Patreon meetup in order to kick it with Time Dog. But I'm going to just tell you, bro. Everything that we've learned with regard to this culture, throw it the fuck away. It's all trash, bro. It's all trash. Ain't not one part of it need to be preserved. Not one part of it need to be preserved. It's gay. It's toxic. It's drug infested. It's horribly influential. It teaches gun violence. And it trains your daughters in order to be for the streets. What the fuck else you want on it? Let me read some of these super chats and then we're going to continue. We got a whole show to go through today. Shout out to P. Shank in the building. Says, good morning, Anton. Good morning to you too, my friend. Good morning to you too, my friend. You know, they call me a square. I can't get any better of a compliment than somebody calling me a square, bro. If you call me a square, I'm going to be like, all right. I know I'm doing something right. Yeah, man, you a square. You will never come to the hood. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. I'm not coming to the hood and smoking fentanyl with you niggas. Brandon Perriman says, I was literally talking about making an app for sex worker subscriptions at work yesterday. Good luck getting that approved in the App Store. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence is in the building with the fireball, says, it's absolutely the culture. You don't see Christian rappers getting shot over beef. I'll do you one better, Lawrence. I don't think Christians should be trying to create rap songs. Yo. Love the God with all your heart. My nigga, why you trying to take street culture and transfer it over into the... Yo, I want to hear my shit holier than thou. I want to hear Fred Hammond. I want to hear Shirley Caesar. I want you falling out. I want somebody to hit your head and for you to be able to fall out on it. I'm going to tell you, bro. I hate more than regular rappers. I hate Christian rappers. Because it's like you trying to do something that ain't even you in order to try to adapt it to. Man, get the fuck out of the church, bro. Yo. God. Love the God with all your heart. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I want to hear that shit. You're not going to water it down in order to try to make it, but we going to praise God. You know what else I hate in the church? Let me tell you what else I hate. I hate them fucking mimes. Is that what it's called? I hate mimes in the church. They say that you praise worship. And they had that white face paint and they be like this. Have y'all ever seen those videos? I fucking hate mime worshipers. What the fuck is the praise ministry team doing? Putting mimes, is that what you call them? Mimes on the fucking praise team. Now I got to sit there and say, let the Lord have his way. What the fuck is he doing? Why are mimes? How can a mime praise the Lord? That's what y'all calling them, praise dancers? You fucking rappers and you mimes, you get the hell get off the stage. And you keep thinking your kid is cute. Let him have his way. Okay, listen. Let me tell you what a mime person is. A mime person is a motherfucker that don't have no talent. But you want to get him involved in the church anyway. And so what y'all do is you throw your badass kid on stage because he don't have nothing else to do. Instead of making that motherfucker move the chairs and just saying, hey, listen, everybody not meant to be a singer. Everybody not meant to be a praise leader. Everybody not meant to be at the front of the congregation. You don't have to be on there in front of with your friends. You motherfuckers want to make them mime dancers. And so they sitting up there looking stupid as fuck. And I'm supposed to be up there saying, oh, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Man, if you don't get your badass kid up off the stage, I'm so tired of looking at these mime dancers. I hate these niggas. They don't have no talent. They don't have no talent. What was the McDonald's Ronald McDonald character? That was the crook, the Hamburglar, up there looking like the fucking Hamburglar. Let me pull up the Hamburglar real quick. They look just like that. Honestly, they look just like the fucking Hamburglar. This right here. Your kids be up there looking like this. Hey, who kid is in here trying to be a burglar? Oh, that's sister Carleisha's child. That's sister Carleisha Russell's child. Man, and who from McDonald's came up with this character? Why did they think that, I'm starting to question my entire childhood right here. I'm genuinely starting to question my entire childhood. Who in the world told Ronald McDonald and company that this was a good idea. Have y'all ever thought about this? The Hamburglar is the dumbest character in the Ronald McDonald franchise. You got a motherfucker with red shoes on, a tie with burgers on. He just escaped from prison. He got a cowboy hat on, big eyes, bug eyes, and he has a cover over his eyes that the eyes can see through the and red gloves. Oh my God. Whose idea was this? Who came up with the Hamburglar? Somebody do some research and send it to my email. Whose idea it was to come up with the Hamburglar and have this motherfucker on the front of the Happy Meals. This is the dumbest idea I ever seen. And this is what y'all kids be looking like on the stage at church. That's your child. Your child is up on the pulpit fucking up the money and fucking up the offering. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence, shout out to Lawrence, says it's absolutely the culture. You don't see Christian rappers getting shot over beef. Nobody should be getting shot. Nobody should be getting shot. You know what I'm saying? Mo Hilly is in the building, says, hey, my father told me being a hypocrite can get your kids killed. Sad. But being a good Muslim and not living in sin could have been an example for your son, Anton. Right, we got to hold ourselves accountable. Shout out to Mo Hilly in the building. I appreciate you, Mo Hilly, for rocking out with us. Jeremy H is in the building. Shout out to Jeremy H. Says, I appreciated the Army. It helped me to level up further than my dad at my age. But you think I'll let my kids go to war and get shot? Shit. Shout out to Jeremy H. I appreciate you. Gangsta of Love is in the building. Says, I need to talk to you in person. You ever come to the Midwest? In person? In person? In person? You ever come to the Midwest, Kansas, or Iowa? Great show. Oh, I don't know about that. Listen, you got gangsta in the front of your name. We might have to do a coaching call over Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a little tough out here in these streets. You got Gangsta of Love. I don't know about that, my friend. Corey is in the building, says, loving the show as usual. I sent you a message on IG. All right, Corey, I'm going to check that, and I'm going to make sure I put that at the top of the list to address. My dog, Chris J, is in the building, says, Lactate is fire. He better than most regular rappers. I don't even know who Lactate is. Y'all listen to a rapper named Lactate? Who the hell is Lactate? Yo, if we got a Christian rapper named Lactate, I'm a fucking lose my shit. If we got a Christian rapper named Lactate, Chris, let me find out you listening to Lactate Jones. Nino C says, yo, Anton on fire this morning. Facts. Chris J says, typo, I was talking about Lecrae. Oh, Lecrae. I thought you said lactate. You know what I'm saying? I said, who the fuck is lactate? You know what I'm saying? The Carolina DJ K Smooth says, bro, you got me rolling. Shout out to my people over there in the Carolinas with Carolina DJ in the building. I appreciate you, fam, for rolling out with me. Thank you, big dog. Your boy Maul Ladies in the building says, my wife looking at me crazy dying. Shout out to Wifey. I appreciate Wifey out here getting to it. Rob is in the building, says, this is why I grew up as a proud lame. I lost too many people to this BS. Was called a sellout because I don't align with this culture and the participants. As a result, I'm alive, well, and grinding and rich. Throw that in there too. My dogs, the Parlay Boys podcast is in the building, says, AD, we got 48 days to the NFL. This season will bring plenty of Louis V. Shout out to my boy, the Parlay Boys podcast. Hey, y'all want to put something on the game? When I launch my my sports show, I'm a little behind because I've been distracted by these people in the streets. When I launch my sports show, I'm willing to have betting games against y'all. All right. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to it. All right, make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification. Jason Stakums, I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Let's get over into your girl, Candace Owens. She has some choice words about everything that was happening with Carlee Russell. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. I'm live streaming on Sunday this weekend. Let's get it. I need me some intro music. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, we are live, and I rarely do this. Once I'm home, I'm usually like, all right, I'm done with politics. I'm not doing anything.
Salute to Electrician. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly.
Seized me from the very beginning. First and foremost, because it started so ludicrously. Obviously, it was something that seemed very terrifying. A woman named Carlee Russell.
Hold on. The likes look a little bit down. We got over 2,200 people in the building, and the likes is a little bit down. I'll tell you what. How about we go over to a commercial break? I can give y'all some time to be able to get the likes up. Is that cool? Y'all want to go to commercial break, and then I give y'all some time to get the likes up? We can go to the old school Teach Hanley commercial, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Huh? Is that what y'all want to do? That's what y'all want to do? Y'all want to go to the Teach Hanley commercial, or y'all want to go ahead and take care of business?
What's going on, bro?
Huh? Come on, y'all. Let's focus. Get the likes up appropriately.
Bold way for somebody to snatch someone off the side of the highway. So we were all waiting with bated breath. And then, of course, something very weird happened. You don't normally see this in an abduction story. Carlee appeared on foot at her parents' house, right? And just to give you a quick background in this, it should not be relevant that she is a Black girl at all. When I first shared this case and said, oh my gosh, this looks crazy, no one cared that she was Black. But of course, because we live in America, everything becomes racialized. And you were instantly condemned if you weren't sharing the story and talking about it. And then as soon as she arrived home and we said, wait a second, like, where's the toddler? Is there a person that's snatching people off the side of the roads? Like, what's the follow-up to the story? You were once again being condemned because, oh my God, that's racist. Like, why don't we just believe Black women? Black women, we should just be happy that she's home. We should just let her rest. And I immediately just started calling out how suspect this case was because, of course, instantly, the public should be informed about the whereabouts of a toddler, a description of a toddler, an Amber Alert regarding the toddler. We should be having some general description of the person that allegedly abducted her off the side of the road. And then I was fully confirmed of my suspicions. For me personally, when Carlee's parents did that weird interview where they said,
Yes, I called the same thing. The minute that I seen this stupid interview, I was like, this shit is all the way done. I already knew that it was all fake. But, you know, as a person that has a platform, I will say that, first, let me say this about Candace Owens. It's never popular to be right. Let me revise that. It's never popular to be first and right. Because the people that don't like you is not going to come back to the front of the congregation and say, yep, you was right. You had it. You called it all along. It's never popular to be first and to be right. And you know why? Because people are already pissed and they're looking for something to lean into the Victim Olympics about in the first place. People are already upset and they already want somebody to hate. In this society in 2023 right now, right? Which is one of the reasons why Umar Johnson, when we was having that conversation yesterday, Umar Johnson, his number one thing and his number one goal was to weaponize Black people against white people in the system by saying it was foster care and all of this other type. He went on a whole diatribe yesterday, and you know what I seen people doing? People in his comments, when you go and read it, it was people actually supporting it. He went on a whole diatribe about what was wrong and how white people and all of this other type of stuff. And he was talking about calling people Africans and telling them that he's going to drop them off in the top of the Pacific Ocean. But you know what he never going to do? He's not going to come back to the front of the congregation and say, you know what? Candace Owens was right. They never going to come back. Peace and Pan-Africanism, ladies and gentlemen. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Make sure we got to get this school open for our babies. Our babies need us. HBCU administrators, they are not handling the money right. They are not handling the monies right. They are not handling the monies right. These Africans, you know what? I'm going to call on my ancestors. Habajiba, Nisharambe, Aharambe, Akbar Malaka, and the great sister Setiba Sabaz. I'm going to make sure that these Africans get dropped off in the middle of the Atlantic where all of you fell off of the slave ship so that you can deal with them appropriately, because we can't do it. Peace and Pan-Africanism. We need to get this school open for our babies. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. We have to get these Africans. Now, I'm not going to disrespect you and call you a white puppy. I'm going to call you an African, even though you like the white puppies. You're an advocate for puppies and snow bunnies. I wish I would. I wish I would deal with a snow bunny. All we have to do is have a conference. You know what? I'm going to have a conference. And that conference is going to get our sisters back natural. That conference is going to get our sisters back natural. I want to see you with your natural hair. I want to see you with your natural wear. And I want to see you hitting the Cash App, because we're not going to get the FB, DMG, ABCD, EFG school open because they not going to help us. What you think, the African system that's set up for black people to fail is going to come back and they going to help you open up a school? We need to do this for us, by us. FUBU. They're not going to come back. They're not going to come back and tell you anything differently.
Said nothing with NBC. Remember, they went on and they were very clammy and just said they were just concerned about her mental well-being and that they could not give any facts of the case because of the investigation. In all these circumstances, I always just use a little bit of common sense. Obviously, you just use common sense and you say, okay, her mother says that she didn't hug her when she first saw her because she was in a shocked state. And so she instead called an ambulance. There's nothing in the world that is going to stop a mother and a father, especially a mother, from hugging her daughter.
Reading super chat shortly. I got y'all.
After she's been believed that she's been abducted. I had sensed from the parents' mannerisms in that interview that they did not believe what they were saying, that they knew that something was weird with this, and they were just trying to hold off the public from any further obvious inquiry.
Here's my question, though. Why would the parents, because you know when your kid is lying, you know when the finesse is in, why would the parents go on NBC Live? Nicole said, that's so creepy. You sound just like him. I'm good, y'all. Listen, can I get a movie role somewhere? I am good on my acting skills. I can cry at the drop of a dime. I can imitate Dr. Umar Johnson. If there's ever a Dr. Umar Johnson documentary, I want to be the first one to audition. Why did the parents go live? That's the part that I don't understand. Because they knew that eventually this was going to come out. You know whether or not your kid is lying. You know when the finesse is in. And so you up there looking dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Reading super chat shortly.
So I stayed on this case because you know how I am. Anytime there's a scam running in Black America, I'm usually taking all the bullets for being the voice of common sense.
Yeah, the first one through the door.
Are we allowed to
first
think
one to catch
anymore
the
as
shots.
Black Americans? BLM, obvious scam. Carlee Russell, obvious scam. I called out Jussie Smollett from day one. And sometimes it's something as weird as going out in a polar vortex to get a Subway sandwich that just goes, I don't think so. Black people are not going out in a polar vortex to get a Subway sandwich. We've got Uber Eats,
you don't know what people will do for that Chipotle tuna sandwich on wheat bread. Toast it. Shout out to my people over there on Venmo, sending the bag out here in these streets. Y'all have no clue of what people would do for that toasted sandwich from Venmo. Look at me thinking about the money. From Subway at the middle of the night. And you know how God works? God works in mysterious ways, in that every time that somebody do something stupid, he just put them in a position to be able to shoot themselves. Oh, you planning on getting yourself kidnapped by two massive Nigerians, and pretend that they white people, not only are we going to make the dudes that you say kidnapped you the blackest people on earth, them two Nigerians that allegedly got played the role in order to kidnap Jussie Smollett, them was some blacks. He said that there was white people and then he made them black. And then God made it snow on a polar vortex in Chicago, the Windy City. And then Jussie Smollett gonna run back in with the noose on his neck. Oh my God. God won't let you reveal yourself. He gonna let you tell on yourself. He ain't gotta reveal it to the people. He just gonna let you tell it on yourself. It's the same thing that happened with this baby. A toddler walking down the street. Come the fuck on, bro.
Seamless. We just don't need to go out in a polar vortex. It's just not what we do. So we switched back to the story, obviously, after the parents had given this interview, and we were waiting for the police to give some sort of a statement, a general warning to the public, because people were actually fearful that we're living in this small town. Parents that were writing in saying, like, is it safe for my child to even be traveling through Alabama if we have this person, this criminal on the streets? And Carlee's family, boyfriend, everyone was saying it's all about her mental rest. It's all about mental health. Forget the public safety measures. Forget the toddler. We all need to realize that Carlee is safe and sound. I wasn't going for it. But holy update, you guys, I didn't expect it to be bad. I didn't expect her story to be this bad. I didn't expect it to meet the level of Jussie Smollett absurdity. I didn't expect it to somehow be greater than its absurdity than two Nigerian men wearing MAGA hats, throwing bleach and a noose around somebody's neck while somebody just kept holding the sandwich. Because, like, you know, Subway sandwiches are so good that even when you are about to literally be lynched in the very black city of Chicago, you still
hold on to your sandwich when you're getting lynched from your Subway.
Oh, you hold on to the sandwich even when the cops are there, right? Just like, I didn't expect that her story could have possibly topped that. I thought she was a Jussie Smollett, maybe 2.0. No, this girl took Jussie Smollett to the max. Jussie Smollett to the max. Jussie Smollett walked so that Carlee Russell could sprint.
How long do y'all think it's gonna be before we get the next finesser in the black community to come to the front of the congregation and sell you on something that didn't really happen? Not on April Fool's Day either. How long do y'all think it's going to be before we get into the black community, before it's another person that come through and says something else egregious? They really just wanted to go and get some box. How long do y'all think it's going to be before we get the next person to the front of the congregation before something else happens? I want to do a poll. I'll do a poll.
Okay, that's what happened here. So the police today, in case you missed it on Facebook, I'm going to run through what they told us. They gave a public statement. They answered questions from reporters. And here is what the police chief has informed us. First and foremost, leading up to her disappearance, because her parents made us believe that they were cooperating with police. That is not the case. She gave a brief statement to the police officers after she arrived at her home, and then they just allowed her to rest for a few days, and they kept asking to further prod her narrative, and basically Carlee doesn't want to talk to the police anymore. They're like, we're waiting. Carlee is still dealing with just being home after physically fighting for her life and mentally fighting for her life. She doesn't want to talk to the police. You don't want to
get the person that kidnapped
lying.
Got it.
But prior to leading to this moment where she saw this naked baby allegedly on the side of the road, toddler.
Candace, you got to get your facts right. The baby, listen. The baby looked like this. It wasn't a naked baby. It was a baby with a diaper and a white shirt on, all right? So let's be clear. I'm going to just correct it as we go along, Candace.
Wearing a diaper that nobody else saw. The police confirmed nobody else phoned in a toddler. Another huge red flag. I will say personally, as a black person, I'm not going to chase anything or anyone into the woods. I'm not the first to die in a scary movie. I don't want to be Blair Witch Projected, but I'm definitely going to call the police if I see what I believe to be a child. I'm not going to be lured into the woods, but I'm definitely going to do something responsible, like pull over my car.
And the 911 dispatcher, let's say that this was all true, and let's say that the baby was the toddler. The 911 dispatcher and the police told her, they said, listen, just stay a distance, don't get caught up, don't walk out there, or whatever, so on and so forth. And so you telling me in the same way that your girl told you that she tripped and fell on some dick the other day, is the same way that she got out the car and then tripped and got kidnapped by some orange hair man that got a bald spot in the top of his head in an 18-wheeler, and he was only feeding her Cheez-Its that she bought at Target the other day. Okay, I'm going.
And call 911. Well, leading up to this moment where she sees Tyler on the side of the road, Carlee at work that day stole some items from work. Very strange. She stole a dark colored bathrobe as well as a roll of toilet paper and some other items that the police declined.
Where was she at to where where did she work at to where she stole a dark colored bathrobe? Where is she at to where she's stealing a dark colored bathrobe? Where does she work at? Does anybody else know where she work at? Does anybody else know where she work at to where she stole some toilet paper and a dark colored bathrobe? Just curious. Reading Super Chat shortly.
To mention. Then she stopped at Target. First, she stopped to pick up some food from a place called the Colonnade, but then she stopped at Target and she picked up some snacks, a granola bar.
So she worked at the spa. She's stealing bathrobes. All right, I got you. I hear y'all. Retail or a hotel or a spa. Y'all said she work at Kohl's.
And some Cheez-Its. Now, this is interesting only because when car was abandoned on the side of the road and Carlee was missing, so were the Cheez-Its and the granola bar, which would mean that when this individual abducted her, they didn't take her purse, they didn't take her keys, they didn't take her running vehicle, they didn't take her money, but they took her Cheez-Its and the granola bar, which, yeah, I guess people like Target. Maybe that's part of the narrative, but I wanted to mention that. So her story
Candace Owens is trolling.
And she
deserves it. Listen, she deserves to be able to troll because she called out the bullshit. Everybody came after her as a result of it, and now she can rub it in your face. Y'all so sensitive. There's some people in the chat right now that's sensitive. Look, we got a whole bunch of people watching this show. It's over 2,000 people. Actually, over 2,200 people watching this show right now. Shout out to all of the dislikes. I got 16 dicks. Pause. Pause. I got 16 dislikes in the chat right now, right? And there's some people that is so... It's people in the chat right now that's not mad at Carlee for finessing y'all and lying to y'all and employing y'all and deploying the resources in Alabama in order to investigate a fake false baby and a lie and she just really wanted some D. There's some people in the chat that's not mad at the fact that she stole and she out here finessed y'all and she was Googling taken and all of this other type of shit, right? There's some people in the chat that's not mad at that. They mad at Candace Owens for calling out the bullshit. I hate Candace Owens. I hate Candace Owens for coming out here and she's always trolling. Y'all so weak. Y'all so weak. You know what's worse? You know what's worse than a weak white person? A weak black person. Well, you know what's worse than a weak white person? A weak black person. A black person that's always in their feels. We don't care. We gonna troll you over here. We gonna have a conversation and we gonna troll you the fuck out of here. We don't care. I can't stand Candace Owens. Candace Owens actually is kind of hot to me. I like Candy. Just like Candy. I can see you in a wall. Burning and turned off. Just like Candace. Ow. Yeah. Burning and down. Just like Candace. Hey. Just like Candace. We like Candace. I got a theme song for you, just like Candace. I can see you in the wall. Ran up and turned off. Just like Candace. I gotta learn a song. I gotta learn the words of some of these fucking songs too. I can't just be coming up here singing on the cuff without the words to the songs. Don't worry. I get it together. Let's continue, Candace.
Saw the baby. She pulled over. She called 911. The police officers actually played that 911 call. She describes it as a white male wearing a diaper and a t-shirt. Looks to be about 3 or 4 years old. They ask her to stay on the line. The police officers point to the fact that what's weird is that after they traced the cell phone tower, they were able to discern that she moved 6 football fields. She said that she was with the toddler.
She traveled the length of 6 football fields. You know, the first thing that I always tell my daughter when she leave the house, I tell my daughter, make sure you got your Apple Watch on. Make sure you have your Apple Watch on. Do not leave this house without your Apple Watch on because I need to know where you are at all times and make sure it's fucking charged. And she left the one thing that she needed in order to make sure that everybody tracked her Apple Watch.
Following a toddler. But in that time period while she was on the phone, she moved 6 football fields. And there aren't many toddlers that are that quick that can just, on this very short phone call, have been running alongside her car and had her following it for 6 football fields.
And I'm not going Larry Love, I'm not gonna let y'all keep saying stuff like she was high, she was smoking, it must be a mental health problem. Black people love to blame it on mental health. I need a therapist. No, you don't. You should have got more whoopings as you was coming up. That's the problem with a lot of y'all. Honestly, if y'all would have got more whoopings as y'all was coming up, if you'd have got more whoopings, because she had a good father in her life, clearly. If you would have got more discipline and more whoopings in your life as you was growing up, you wouldn't be acting like this. Keep talking about, I would never give my child a whooping. That's why your child is whooping you. Get your ass over here. If you would have popped that little hussy in her mouth when she was 6 years old lying, she kept going in the refrigerator. She kept on, you know what I'm saying, stealing snacks, stealing cookies. She was stealing. At 6 years old, Carlee Russell allegedly, somebody told me that 6 years old, they had a problem with her, kept on stealing crackers when she was younger. I got a source that hit me up and said at 6 years old, Carleisha Russell had a problem stealing crackers when she was younger. And her parents never addressed it. Translate all the way into 2023. Now this motherfucker's at Target buying Cheez-Its in order to be able to finesse people. Now, if her mama would have, I did not tell you. You know how when your parents used to pop you when you was younger? And then you had that long cry. Stop all of that stuttering in your cry. Oh. Yo, when we used to get whoopings when we was younger, I never understood when my mom did that. She was like, you make one sound and I'm going to tear your butt up. Like, you beating the fuck out of me already. Just take me out, Jesus. Just, Lord, just go ahead. Take me. Take me to the King. I was like, how you going to tell me stop crying and stop making noises and you fucking kicking my back in? I can't stop crying. I can't keep doing this morning show. I'm going to laugh my voice off. Oh, Lord, help me. Help me to get through the morning show without cracking too many more jokes.
But that's not even the interesting part of this. I'm telling you that that's the suspect part, but not as suspect as this is about to get.
Lord, be
so she says that she pulled over her car. This is the statement she gave to police. Okay, just reminding you, the statement she gave to police when they arrived at her house and she was in okay condition. Where she pulled over her car to assist this toddler. Okay. She gets out of the vehicle. Are you okay? Are you okay? Hello, little toddler. And suddenly a man appears and he says the toddler is fine. And this man has red hair and is balding. So we could at least limit who this could possibly be. Not too many redheads in America. I'm thinking it could be Ed Sheeran. It could be Prince Harry. It might be Donald Trump. But we now know that we're probably dealing with a white male for sure. So they appear out of the woods and they say she's fine. And suddenly the Prince Harry type character grabs her, okay, throws her over her shoulders. She screams, drops her phone. Obviously, this is what they're going to find later. And he runs into the woods with her. And I don't know how he did that. He must have been
I'm about to drop the link in the chat for y'all to be able to come up and say whatever it is that y'all want to say.
Strong balding redhead, which leads me to believe Prince Harry maybe not, maybe more of a Donald Trump type guy, and jumps over a fence with her and obviously this toddler as well. She didn't say that she was holding a toddler, said just her, but presumably he has the toddler with him. At this point, she says that he put her into an 18-wheeler and she heard the voice of a female, but she never saw the female, but she heard the voice of a female, and she also heard the voice of a toddler in this 18-wheeler. And she says that she somehow managed to escape, which is kind of incredible. But then either they or another car, this part wasn't clear in the police explanation, but then a car caught up with her and she got double kidnapped or double abducted. They put her into a car. I feel crazy telling the story, but
link is pinned to the top of the chat for y'all to be able to cam up if you're interested in having a conversation or you got a question or a comment. Link is pinned to the top of the chat.
This is what happened to Carlee Russell. According to Carlee Russell, they put her into a car and they transported her to a house. So now she's been double abducted. Now she's in this house, and the people in this house.
This sounds just like a Tubi movie. This genuinely sounds like a Tubi movie. Listen, let me get to the super chats. This is foolish. Let me get to the super chats. This is 100% foolishness. And then I'm going to bring y'all up. Shout out to Jason Stakem's in the building. Says, Tupac died, a legendary rapper, at 25. If you are not popping by then, maybe it's time to hang it up and pursue a real career. Peace and love, Anton. Salute to my dog, Jason Stakem's in the building. I appreciate you, big dog. Let's see what else we got up in here. Electrician 480 is in the building. Shout out to you. Says salute, Anton, and to the bag chasers. Thank you to Electrician 480. Thank you for supporting the platform. My dog Centennial G says, I'll never apologize for moving out of the LA turf. I went from enlisted Air Force and Air Force officer. 1 retirement already accomplished and number 2 in the works. Exit plan if that makes you lame with family and friends. Oh, well. I agree with you, Centennial G, and congratulations, bro, to being successful. Self-made forever is in the building. Says, if a young woman preferred to only procreate with the nerds, lames, and green beans, watch how the culture would change overnight. Call your nephew back and ask him if his experience as a nerd with hyenas. He hasn't. He don't deal with hyenas. We keep them hoes all the way off the board. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Self-Made Forever. Mike Jones is in the building again. Shout out to Mike Jones. I appreciate you, Mike Jones. Says, you don't look like me to the other people. Well said. Well said. Riding the train late one night. Truck was in the shop. The way they were looking at me like I had lamb chops on my neck. I will never ride the train. I will never ride the train late at night into Chicago again. I've never ridden a train in Chicago. I've never ridden a train in Chicago. I'm not sure that I ever want to. I'm not even sure that I'll ever even visit Chicago again. Shout out to my dog, Mike Jones, again. I appreciate you for the super chat, my friend. I'm going to be bringing y'all up in a second. Shout out to Albert Nayakundi in the building with the KES 500. I don't know what that translation is, but I'm going to give you the round of applause. And I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to give you that all the way across the board because I appreciate you for supporting the platform. Thank you, my friend. Kevin Sampson says, you believe women should love more in relationships. I believe women need to be more submissive and shut the fuck up and do what they told to do and then be able to vet effectively. Vetting effectively, right? I think that women need to be quiet. That's what I think, to be honest with you. Forget love. Love is an action word. Show me you love me by being quiet. Messy Michonne Live. Shout out to Messy Michonne says, I can't stand you, Anton. For you, for us, by us. For us, by us. My best Dr. Umar Johnson impression ever. Ever. Yes. Shout out to my girl, Messy Michonne Live. I appreciate you for coming through. Dame Dash is in the building. Shout out to Dame Dash. Did you just say FUBU? Yes, I did, Dame. I appreciate you. Albert says with another, let me give you that. Bring Anton, bring Omar, much love from Kenya. Shout out to my Kenyans in the building. Shout out to everybody over there in Kenya, rocking out with your boy Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate my Kenyans. Let me get that one more time. I got to show love to all of my people that's across the water. Aaron says, those police knew she was lying. They searched for her, but not a white baby? Sounds fishy. They were probably in on it too. This was a distraction. From what, Aaron? What was it a distraction from? Aaron, you got to fill me in, big dog. You got to fill me in. Lamb Sauce is in the building, says she works at the Summit in Hoover. Interesting. Preaching P is in the building. Shout out to Preaching P. I appreciate you, Preaching P. Says, Eric made you rage quit? Who is Eric and when did I rage quit? Is that what you paid $2 for? Who made me rage quit? When? Shout out to Network TV. I'm killing the motherfuckers, Daryl. Hey, Omar H says, Anton, I love your coverage on Carlee Russell. Made me almost spit out my coffee. Not the coffee. Not the coffee, big dog. Not the coffee. Coffee. Shout out to Omar H. I appreciate you. Aaron is in the building again. He says, she didn't see a toddler. She saw Danny DeVito in a diaper and Carrot Top. It was a setup. Shout out to Aaron. I appreciate you. Chike Auto LLC says, can you make $85,000 every month on IG while dancing? Shout out to Chike Auto LLC. No Captivity. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to my dog, No Captivity with Freezy. He just got monetized on his channel. Congratulations, my friend. Says, just like Candace, I can see you when you walk. My dog Freezy is in the building. I appreciate you, Freezy. Carmen says, yes, parents can whoop their children, but they also need to be vigilant of abusing their children may be going through from, or the abuse their children may be going through from close family and friends. That's a whole fact right there. That is a fact. I agree with that, Carmen, 100%. I agree with you. Thank you all for all of the super chats. Let me get y'all up here. Alboa, give me a peace sign, big dog. Give me a peace sign, Alboa. All right. Alboa, what's going on, Alboa?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm chilling. Where you from, big dog?
I'm the Albert who sent you my first 2 super chats. I'm from Kenya.
Shout out to my Kenyans out here in the building. That was you that sent that super chat?
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, my friend. What's going on? How you feel, bro?
I'm feeling good. I've been watching you for, I think it's the 3rd year or something.
You in year 3, season 3?
I've been here from the beginning. And like 3 years ago. From the time,
Thank you, man. I really do. I really do appreciate you and the support, man.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying how your evolution, how do you realize that you're changing, getting freer, getting funnier?
I'm figuring it out, man. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Honestly, I'm just happier. I found that in my journey to be happier, what I've allowed myself to do is to be truly me all the way. See, I was only giving y'all maybe 50, 45%.
Now I can give you the whole shebang and not worry about anything because my tribe will find me. I'm learning as I go, my friend. I'm learning as I go.
I'm loving it. For me, I think I'll be joining your bug chasers. I'm a filmmaker, and there's some business we need to do with you right there in America. So I'll be reaching out to you, and there's some big things coming. So
I
that's
appreciate.
we are
Hey,
beginning. I've been
listen. There's
working.
no
I'm
bigger
working.
compliment than what it is that you've said to me today. I appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to rock with me. You know I never ask for anything, but I advocate for the best for people, and I appreciate you for even showing me love, my friend. Shout out to my Kenyans out here in the building.
Yeah, man. So there's we'll talk more, and you'll be able to tell the people what's going on. I think there's a lot of opportunities that people are simply just sleeping on. Hollywood has gone to sleep. I don't know why people are not jumping in there. So here we are.
You told them, not me.
Yeah,
You
man.
said it, not me.
We're seeing it from here. So it's an opportunity that I think we can capitalize on. And
I
I
agree.
think you are getting more into media. So
I agree, my friend, and I thank you for continuing to rock with me. Thank you, my friend. You are absolutely awesome. Shout out to all of my friends in Kenya. And make sure that you tell all of my friends in Kenya to tune into the Millionaire Morning Show because it is the best show on earth.
I watch it. Even most of the time, I watch it later because I'm usually on set or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
what time is it there? What time is it there?
Right now it is 7:30 in the evening.
7:30. What time? AM?
No, PM.
Oh, 7:30 p.m. So it ain't even the morning over there. It's really the nighttime over there.
So it flips around. So when you're doing the morning show, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I appreciate you for rocking out with the Millionaire Nighttime Show over there and the morning show over here. I appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, man. You continue doing what you're doing. You are going there. I can feel it.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
I think I'm sorry not to compare you with Kevin, but in the effect, it's growing that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I can already see something really strong coming in this very near future. So
Well,
I wish you the best. I'll be here to support you.
That is a compliment. I very much appreciate that. I look at that as a compliment, my friend.
Okay, man. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming through. Let me get my dog Cliff. Cliff. What up, though, big dog?
Wagwan, bro.
Wagwan, my friend. You out there killing it. I see you out there working hard. Jesus, Cliff, you up there working, big dog.
I'm a fucking monster, man. That's building number 3. I just finished framing it.
Cliff, you out here killing it, bro.
I'm going back to that building now to start covering it up, and then onto this one by Friday next week. Everything is all covered.
Cliff, I love it, bro.
Yeah, my respect. Hey, I got some receipts I want to send you too. I'm gonna send it in an email with some pictures.
Okay.
Just to show you what out here is paying. But yeah, man. I just
That's
wanted
dope,
to jump
man.
in real quick and show you that. Yeah, man.
Cliff,
Respect,
Cliff, you have evolved, bro. When we first started talking on the phone, from a business perspective, it didn't look like that.
It was difficult conversations, man. Yield great results.
Cliff, you've grown so much, man. You winning. Life is good. Relationship is phenomenal. Kid is doing awesome. Business is taking off. What else when did we first started talking? When did we first start talking on the phone specifically?
I think it was mid last. No, it was actually starting of the year.
Starting this year?
Yeah.
So starting this year. Was it
No,
was it
actually,
starting this year?
It was starting last year. Sorry.
Okay, so starting last year, we started having conversations. Do you remember what we was talking about in the beginning of the conversations?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of difficult shit. I don't really want to go into it, but it's just
no, we're not going to talk about it specifically. But do you realize, like, a lot of times I don't think that we take inventory on how much we've progressed and how much we've grown from year to year.
You know, that's a serious thing. But I I'm too busy. I'm too busy making the progress to even stop and realize, man.
I'm proud of you,
Like
bro.
I'm just going. Like I feel like a fucking unstoppable object.
I'm proud of you, bro. I just want to say I love you, man, and I'm proud of you, big dog.
Yo, I love you too, bro. And I told you the other day, I'm not gonna wait until you're dead to say it, man. I love you, gone to bed. Like all the progress. Like I gotta give myself credit too, but
For sure.
I thank the Almighty that I found you. That you're a part of my life, and you can help me fucking make this shit happen, man. There's so much emotion in me right now. You know, but
Hey,
I
man,
gotta
that's
get back
that's
to this
dope,
money,
bro.
bro.
Hey, man, thanks for tapping in with me, bro. Send me
Yeah,
those
man, you
receipts because
done
I
know.
love to see that stuff, bro.
No problem, bro. By tonight, you'll have it.
I bet. All right, Cliff.
All right, yeah.
My people winning, bro. I was talking to Cliff in the beginning of last year. If y'all could possibly know, if y'all possibly could even know the journey and the amount of growth that Cliff is that he's seeing in his life as a result of everything that he's been through and everything that he's evolved through, and now what his business is just fucking exploding. We talk about personal stuff. I coached him on business stuff. And then you know what? They'll get mad at you. They'll hate you for it. People will genuinely hate you for the growth and the pouring into other people. They will hate you for it. And it's unfortunate because they only hurting themselves. They not hurting anybody else. Let me see if I can get Natalie up here, and then I'm gonna come to Jack right after that. Yo, Natalie, can you hear me? Natalie, you muted. Natalie, you muted. Oh, Natalie jumped down. Natalie, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, love. You don't want to be on camera, do you?
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to be on camera.
You don't have to be on camera. That's okay.
No, I'm sorry. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. So what's going on, love? Natalie, you breaking up really, really bad. You muted, Natalie. Natalie, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. What's going on, love?
Yes, I can.
What's happening?
Okay,
How you
sorry.
feel?
So first time calling. I'm okay. Thank you for having me on. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I'm just for reference, I'm 27 and I'm one of two children from my parents who work very hard, thankfully. My younger brother is special needs, so he can't do anything for himself. And I've struggled a lot through my childhood and still now, having that pressure of being the only one to basically take care of my family. Once time comes, basically 3 people. And I always say, when I'm with you,
Hey, Natalie,
not going
can
into
you
abuse,
go somewhere
but
where you can get better reception? You are breaking up really, really bad.
can I call him back?
Yeah, you can call me back. I'll check you out as soon as you call me back, love. Let me come to Jack. Jack, give me a peace sign, big dog. Jack, give me a peace sign. All right, I got you. What up, Jack?
What's going on? What's going on?
Chilling, my friend. How's everything going?
I'm working right now. You know,
I
I'm a
see.
trucker.
Shout out to all of my drivers out here in the streets.
Yeah, I pulled on. I never catch this show live.
What?
So I always catch the. I just started like. I just became a bag chaser about 2 weeks ago.
Shout out to my new chasers in the building. Yo. What up?
I came to the New York meetup too. I was there.
What did you think about the meetup in New York?
It was dope. It was really dope. I don't know if you remember we spoke, and I was telling you I had a brother that was an Israelite.
Yeah, I know who you are.
And it was funny how like the topic you were talking about how Gillie the King's son, And because I always tell my brother I'm worried about them because they march into the projects and shit, and they go to like O Block and
I
they
know
on
what they
there.
be doing.
Yeah, and I tell my brother like, yo, you think you're making a difference? Like those people are gonna shoot the shit out of you one day. Like you're gonna go over there and you're trying to preach the word and change them, and it's like you're not really. I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? And I'm rocking with the whole message about the culture and the shit is like it's just trash out here, bro. I feel so bad for that man and
You
his son.
listen,
Like,
with regard to your brother though, you just what I've learned from most people is that the destiny or the destination for what they're supposed to do, it has to be revealed to them. You can't put it in them. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to me and they say, a lot of people that's rocking with me now, most of them didn't like me when they first met me. And it wasn't because of anything that had anything to do with me. It had everything to do with where it is that they were supposed to be. So they wasn't ready to hear what it was that I was giving them. But then when they finally evolved past it, like Cliff that was just on a live stream, he found himself humble enough to actually take in what it was that I was giving him, which benefited him, right? And so a lot of times it's similar to spirituality. You can't push it on people. You can't force it into them. You're not going to help him to understand it. You're not going to help him to see it. He's got to grow into it in his own life. He's going to have to get to a point in his life where he's humble enough and ready to hear it, or he's seen a lot of what it is that you're doing from a progression perspective to where now he's looking to mimic you, or he's looking to get insight from you, and he's looking to understand it more. But you're not going to convince him. You're never going to talk him into it. And I would never suggest people try to talk people into it. Just be a reflection of it. That's why I show the receipts, right? Because it's easy for me to say, okay, well, listen, this is how you get money. This is how you be successful. This is how you grow, so on and so forth. It's a different conversation when I say, when you see me counting that fucking money and you like, damn, dog, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Then you start paying attention and you like, I mean, you do got that $50,000 Rolex on, and you do got the Porsche, and you are building houses, and you are pouring into people, and you do, pay. Then people want to have a conversation once they start to see the results. So just be it. Be the reflection of the thing you would want him to be, and then let him follow in your footsteps.
He older than me, so
it don't matter.
He the
all my
brother.
All my brothers, two of my brothers is older than me, and they all follow me.
Yeah.
Listen,
I gotta.
It ain't about age. It's about results.
I gotta get some results. I'm starting over. I was in the same boat. Like I was the same type of dude that didn't want to hear shit.
So what made you change? What made you change?
I hit rock bottom.
So you was humble enough to then start to hear it then.
Yeah, a lot of shit my dad was trying to tell me I didn't understand until I was hanging out with the wrong people and just doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm still trying to get my shit together. I'm 34 years old now.
What makes you think he's not gonna go the same way? What makes you think that he's not gonna get to a point in his life where he gonna get tired of not seeing the results and nothing happening, and he gonna want differently?
My brother, I don't know. I don't think he's like he a good dude. Like you know what I mean? He's married. You know all that shit. He's in the Navy. I just didn't see that coming from him. Like he's doing his thing. I just don't like the he changed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even have regular conversation with him no more. Like
he'll figure it out, bro.
He's deep.
He will figure it out, bro. Give him some time, in the same way that you had some time to figure it out, he gonna figure it out also.
Yeah, I feel you. That Dr. Umar impersonation was on point, bro.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, bro.
I love Dr. Umar. He be tweaking sometimes, but you know what I mean.
What do you like about the Good Doctor? Tell me what you like about the Good Doctor.
I don't know. He's funny. I know he means well, but it's like something. He hustling. Like he's selling like that shit. He lost me when he did that shit when he told us like it's our fault for why the women are the way they are. And I've been there. I've dated women with kids before, and it wasn't You know what I mean? It was a thankless job. Like now that I know what I know, I don't think I would do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the craziest shit in the world, and I got attached to the kid, and the shit didn't work out, and it was a lot.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I got in trouble. I got in all types of different type of trouble and shit. Then my mom didn't like her, and
You got into
my
trouble?
family didn't want to talk. Like,
What you mean you got into trouble?
You know what I mean. I had to handle my business a couple times. I had to fight a nigga and shit like that.
Oh no, hold on. So
Oh no,
you was in a relationship with a chick that you wound up having to fight?
not her.
No, a dude that she was dealing
Not
with.
her. Yeah, yeah. I had to, you know, and it wasn't even over the chick. It was the dude like put his hands on her in front of me. Like I didn't know.
But why
I didn't
was
know
she
what I
even
was
in a
doing in that
why
situation.
was she even in a position to where you had to deal with that in the first place is my question.
Why was she in the position?
Yes.
'Cause
Why
she
was
was,
you why
she was a hoe.
what circumstance was she in
Why?
to where you had to put your hands to where you even
Oh,
had to be in that position in the first place?
I didn't know at the time.
Oh,
At the
you
time,
know.
I did not know. Like
You know.
I just
What happened to where she had to you
nah.
had to
At
wind
the
up
time,
dealing with that?
um, I don't know. I don't know what you.
How did
I
you find
mean,
yourself in a position
all
where
right.
you had
So
to
it
deal
was
with
like,
another dude?
well, long story short, we went out to eat or whatever. We came back to the crib. We got there. Some dude was in the lobby acting crazy. I'm like, I don't even know who this nigga is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then he just started wilding. He went crazy. He put his hands on her in front of me.
Did
The
she
baby
know
was right there
him?
and all that.
Did she know him?
She knew him. Yeah, she knew him.
So she knew him, and then he was in the lobby, and then he just wind up just randomly acting
My
crazy to her.
um I mean I still don't know to this day, but I think the nigga was like texting her like, yo, I'm at your house, what the fuck you doing, all this other shit. And then so we got there. She didn't like, she could have told me some shit, like, but she didn't. You know what I mean? That relationship was terrible. It was grimy. It was some real grimy
Come
shit.
on,
Like,
man.
a lot
You
of
know
shit
what's
that happened.
up. You know what's up, bro.
But I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was young. I was doing a lot of stupid shit. I was hanging around a lot of people.
Wait, but I'm curious. What do you mean you still don't know to this day?
I don't know what you're trying to get at with that question. Like, what do you mean? Like, did you asking me? Did she know the dude?
Well, you already said that she knows him. What I'm saying
She knew
is,
him. Yeah.
what I'm
She
saying
used to talk.
is,
That's some dude she used to fuck with.
so so it was a dude that she used to mess with, and he was waiting for her in the lobby, and then he was in there and he started wilding out as soon as he seen her, but you don't know why he
Yeah.
started wilding out when he seen her. It's just was random.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know their situation like that. Um, she told me he was crazy. All this other shit. Like after that.
Well,
Um,
what do you think she gonna say?
I mean, but she told me she finessed me. At the end of the day, I'm not sitting here acting like I was retarded at the time. Like I was younger. You feel
All
me?
right, so you he started wilding out, and then what did you do?
Um, at first I try to like, yo, like, you know what I mean? What's going on? Like what the fuck? What's going on? Basically, I try to figure out what's happening. He yelling. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm about to walk out. I'm about to leave. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know this dude. I don't know this dude from a hole in the wall. But then he put his hands on. He grabbed her by the hoodie, swung her around. The baby was all over. The baby crying. It was a shit show. Like it was crazy. So then I
He
can't even
grabbed her
really call
by
that. Oh yeah. He grabbed her by the hoodie like this, and that shit was down.
her.
She was.
No! Come back. Come back. Come back to the front of the congregation. Dog, you got to come back and finish this story. Oh no! Come on. All right, you there? All right, all right. So
Somebody tried to call me.
hold on, wait. All right, so you back. So she wilding out. He grabbed her by the hoodie like this.
Grabbed her crazy. Swung her. She hit the fucking thing. The baby flew. The baby looked like a doll. The way the baby fell over. Like the baby he was posting. so then so then I'm fighting this nigga.
You
This
still
nigga,
wait. So,
I don't know.
wait. So he grabbed her by the. He grabbed her. Hold on. We got to put on our people love good quality half of this one. So he grabbed her by the hoodie, swung her the fuck around. The baby fall into the vase. Cool. All right. So then you walk over and you was like, "Oh, not today," and then you start scrapping with him.
No, at first I'm like chill. Like I grabbed him, try to like get in between. I'm like, yo, chill.
Why did you grab him? Why did you grab him?
I didn't grab him, but I got in the middle, like, yo, stop. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, you don't know me, get the fuck. He's talking to me crazy. He cursed me out. I just punched him in his face.
So you swung on this nigga?
Yeah, I punched him in his shit.
Why did you swing on him?
We fighting. I don't know. I didn't like what he did.
You swung on him. You swung on him between a domestic dispute between a chick that was already cheating on you.
No, we wasn't even together at that point. You know what I mean? We just was.
Wait. You wasn't even with her, and you started fighting on her behalf.
Nah, yeah. I didn't even hit it yet. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It was just on some chill shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We started off cool. We started off working out together and shit like that. Cause I work out and shit like so.
So you hit him in the face, and then what did he do?
We fought for a little while.
Who won?
So then I did. So
how do you know you won?
So then
how do you know you won?
Because after we done fighting and some shit, after we finished fighting, his car was parked outside the joint. His car was parked right there, right in front of the door, basically. And this nigga said to me, he said some crazy shit, like, he basically told me he got a gun.
He said he had to go he was gonna go get the strap.
Basically, I forgot exactly how he said it, but he basically was like, yo, I got something for you. He went to the car, he popped the trunk, right? So now my heart is beating. I'm thinking I'm about to die. So I'm sitting there, and then he come back with a box gun.
You messing up. You messing up. Your audio is messing up. You must be going through a bad area.
Probably. Can you hear me better now?
Nah. Fridays. Listen, man. If this is not a lesson for y'all, I don't know what is. Y'all bet not ever find yourselves in a space to where y'all fighting over a chick in any circumstance. And she with her ex or whatever, and she not even yours. Even if she is yours. Y'all getting crashed out over a chick. Y'all got a nigga over there popping a trunk to come and see y'all. Oh my God. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all out here catching L's over a woman. Well, we're gonna assume that he's different now and he's learned his lesson as a result of it. Yeah. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Thank you for the story though, my friend. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. because it is time for Anton to jump into a 1 o'clock meeting. So listen, let me read a couple super chats and let me get it popping. Rob is in the building, says, I can't stop crying. Shout out to Rob. I appreciate you. Young Capsule says, hey, Anton, what should you learn before getting into cybersecurity? You don't have to learn anything before getting into cybersecurity. Why you got to learn something before getting into cybersecurity? It's for them to be able to teach you, not for you to already be learning it, right? So, I don't know, your general education requirements. I think you should enroll in a community college in order to get into cybersecurity. They're supposed to teach you from scratch. I don't think it's anything that you need to learn before you get into it. I think that you go into it looking to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think cybersecurity is a great field for you to go into. I am not a cybersecurity professional, but I think it's a phenomenal field. I know a couple guys that make a lot of money. Shout out to you. The approving official came through with the 10 ball. I appreciate you. My girl, Miss Crotty Shetty, what up, what up, what up? Came through with the 4 ball. I appreciate you, love. You are absolutely awesome. Nate 2 times says, what's the best path to become becoming a full stack developer with no experience? I always advise that people go into community college. A lot of people like to do boot camps. I think that boot camps move too fast. I think that boot camps also don't prepare you for the workforce. I think that this is what I tell people on a regular basis. If you go into community college, you're limiting the amount of money that you have to spend in order to get in the game. That's A. Because even if you was to go to a major university, you're paying an egregious amount per credit hour in order to get in the game. But you also need to take into consideration what your ceiling is. So a lot of people want to become developers, but what I've learned is that most people that get into the field of whether or not you're a software engineer or not, or whatever field that you go into, they don't want to just stay there. They want to continue to grow. And so the reason why I advise you guys to start off at community college and then transfer over into a major university in order to get your degree is because you need to learn the different things that allow for you to be successful. Now, in order to keep yourself brushed up, you're going to have a level of self-discipline to continue to keep your skills fresh. And it's just like anything. You know, engineering is learning and putting together things that you don't know or solving for problems that you don't even know exist yet, right? And so you got to continue to brush up on your skills. Make sure you're putting together a great portfolio along the way by re-engineering different things that already exist to make it better, okay? But then more importantly, you need the credentials in order to even be able to get in the door or certain doors. So you can go to a boot camp. I don't think that most people that go to boot camps are truly prepared to actually go into the workplace. It's just like a boot camp is just a crash course in order to be able to get money off of you so that, you know, you possibly can get a job. But I don't think that most people that go to boot camps are really prepared to go into the workforce. I think that boot camp should be supplemental. It's not necessarily the thing that you should do, although there are some people that go into boot camps that are successful and wind up getting a job. But ultimately, I think you should get a degree because you want to look at how high your ceiling is, not necessarily where you're currently at. All right, so that would be my advice to you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Cliff is in the building, says, I just watched the video of an ex-boyfriend delete the ex-girlfriend, new man, and then delete himself. Be careful messing with these chicks. I agree. Y'all need to let these chicks be for the streets. Brock is in the building, said, pass a love offering. I appreciate you. And then last but not least, my dog Aaron says, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Stop trying to save these chicks from themselves, man. Let them deal with the consequences of their actions and then ultimately the results that they're going to get as a result of it, right? So listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's Friday. Again, make sure y'all get that Teach Hanley. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. I got to catch a flight tomorrow morning. We got Fight Club tonight. Make sure y'all tap in the Fight Club. We're going to continue the conversation over there tonight. I got to catch a flight tomorrow morning, but I'm going to be back tomorrow afternoon. I got to go and shoot an interview and shoot some content. And then we're doing a live stream on Sunday in the Patreon for me to break down for you guys exactly what my total costs are so far and putting together this property that I'm building from scratch cash, all right? So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Again, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, on top of that, make sure you get that Teach Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Let me drop the link for the Patreon in the description one more time just for the people that's in the back that said that they don't see it. Let me get that. Bam. Pin to the top of the chat for you. All right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember this. Make sure you keep that good energy. Make sure you don't fumble the bag. Don't let nobody bully you into nothing that you don't want to do. And more importantly, stay positive. If anybody is coming into your life or anybody is playing a role in your life that's trying to remove that positivity by having you go down a difficult path. I had somebody that tell me today, right? I was having a conversation with somebody today, and they said, but Anton, relationships are work, and I'm ready to work. This is what they said to me today. And you know what I told them? I said, well, if you think that relationships are work, whoever it is that's trying to be with you shouldn't even be trying to be with you. The common narrative and the common disposition is that relationships are supposed to be work. It's the biggest lie that we've ever been sold. Work is work. Relationships are supposed to be an opportunity for you guys to come together and enjoy the best of each other. It's supposed to be your peace. Fellas, if you coming home to a house that you pay for and it's not peaceful, that house is not a home. It's just a place where you lay your head and sleep in order to be able to get up and go to work the next day. Relationships are not supposed to be work. Relationships are supposed to be pleasant. They're supposed to be blissful. It's supposed to be the place where you go when you get done battling with the world so that you can enjoy the people that surround you. Anything other than that, it's not what you're supposed to be. It's not where you're supposed to be. Do not think that trauma bonding and toxicity and arguing and going back and forth with each other every day and it gotta, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Find your peace and live that shit out. Anything less than that is beneath you. Anything less than that is beneath you. Relationships are not supposed to be work. Relationships are supposed to be blissful. They're supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoying one another. It's not supposed to be all of this arguing and bickering over this dumb little shit that ain't even relevant to anything that's going to happen in the future. If you can't accept that, tell them. If you're not accepting that, then I don't have to accept this. And maybe you guys have grown apart. Maybe it's time for y'all to go different directions. Because I don't care if it's your friend. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's the person that you're laying next to every day. Relationships are not supposed to be work. It's a lie. Work is work. And then a relationship is you combining resources so y'all can continue to get to the bag together and then enjoy one another as a result of it. Anything less than that is unacceptable. All right? So I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get up out of here. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be successful by ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking out. This has to be the best week ever. This has to be the best week ever. And we doing the same thing next week, but tonight we got Fight Club, so make sure y'all tap in a Fight Club. That's going to be awesome. And then tomorrow morning, it's a new day. It's a new opportunity for you to do great things. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Peace.